Hey, everybody. I'm going to take you into the intro. Hopefully, it'll play okay. Hopefully, the StreamYards and YouTube's getting along today. If not, I'll be watching chat. But yeah, I'll come back and say hey. Uh oh, sped up. Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no one to leave. Home in the darkness, home in the valley, home isn't lonely, home I'll never leave. Burn out, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his gold. I'm burning out, I'm burning for you. I'm burning out, I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season. Time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these shots. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from words, right? Seeing something worth freezing and I tell you. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. I'm burning, I'm burning for you. Is it really staticky? Yeah, I haven't been on much today. I watched a little bit of the little live, the short lives Granny did. Missed some of that. Even didn't even watch the whole thing. But I haven't been on much today because I was busy. But it was. I noticed in the it was messing up. I didn't know if it was fixed or not. It's skipping. All right, I'm a StreamYard. Why didn't I keep forgetting to use Restream? I'm gonna reload. Okay, hopefully that will help. I don't know. I swear every time one of them update, it is crazy for for weeks after. It's ridiculous. Uh, I am putting a thing on an alarm on my laptop. So when I go to set up my live, if I click StreamYards to alert me not to, so remember to click Restream because I was just finishing up StreamYards because they ended up billing me for this month anyway. So yeah, I might as well use it. But it plays like shit. Mm, I'm over it. Everything is in my opinion, Kenna. Hey, Whispers in the Shadows. Hey, Black Sheep. Hey, Mommy O. How are you doing? Hey, Brandon Barnes. Hey, Britt. Okay, Britt. It's fine. I hope you get it uploaded. Hey, gotcha. Hey, step not that step. Don't side eye me. Resting tonight. Good for you. You got some real food. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I hope you have a good night, and I hope you all get better. We got so many misfits not feeling good right now. You know, being in the hospital and stuff. We need massive prayers sent out. Hey, gotcha. Hey, KCG. Hey, Angie. Hey, Thor. Hey, Melissa, retired EMT. Hey, Shaylee. Straight Talker. Starry Night. Mercy. Sleuthing Tater Tot. One of my favorite names. Hey, Ange. How are you? You on time? Oh, I'm never on time. I'm always at least a few minutes late. Hey, Dawn Marie. Hey, Lurker. Mommy, oh, let me move my IV to get the thumbs up button just for Thor. Oh, I hope you get better. Jeez, that's awful. I know. I hate being uh, over hospital stays. Hey, Roxy. Misfit Cooter. Hey, Casual Art. So I'm hoping the videos, I'll keep saying hi. I want to break it up so I'm not killing y'all with names. But hey, everybody. Hey, Angie. Hey, Deb, Teresa, Julia, Miss Cooter, that name. Hopefully, Brandon Bar, I don't know who that is. Hey, Camry, True Crime Karen, Turning Leaves. That's a pretty name. Miss, in my opinion, Fletcher. Just your opinion? The change in the weather, yeah, it's got my sinuses a mess. My breathing's a mess. I'm over it. I've had so much to do, and hey, hey, Catherine, beautiful disaster. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Donna Donald. Hey, just Robin, Remy. Hey, Hope. Good to see you. Yeah, everybody did. We got several misfits in the hospital. Hey, Grammy's place. Yes, they need lots of support and prayers. Need that speedy recovery. Hey, Marcy. Ugh, I enjoyed that. You got a shot for what? That you're having those kind of. Have you let your physician know you're having those kind of side effects? Hey there, Early Davis. Hey, BJ. Hey, Tiffany. Break time 5. Okay, so um, y'all know that I'm sure everybody's seen Nick's post by now, but I'll show it to you. In fact, Griffney was nice enough to post it for everybody, but it's on Twitter. He's posted, I guess, since this was posted by her 4 hours ago, so you could bet they had her posted immediately, because we all know. We all know. She's a follower and does what she's told. And in my opinion, it's just my opinion, not factual or nothing, just my opinion. Hey, Betty Gruger. You found a school bus? Did you find a crock yet? Allegedly, PB and J, in my opinion. Okay, I don't know how they can mess that up. So you're really not PB and J, or is it just in your opinion that you're not PB and J, or that you are PB and J and maybe you're not to us? Hey, Dorsey. Hey, Daisy Penny. Hey, Pam. This is crazy. Anyway, let me share screen and we'll look at his post. There's 4 pages. Oh, Snazzy Trinkets, thank you. Did you see BHB posted the entire interview with Vinny, Seth, and Tony, including what didn't make the news? When did she do that? Today? Did she review it? She was off her rocker, the one short live I did see some of. Oh my God. Hey, Lynn Love and Light. Thank you very much, Snazzy Trinkets. I appreciate that. Mm. She was filming it off screen. She was there. Hey, Skip. She was in the hotel. Hey, Nolly Rose. Hey. Oh my Lord. Mm-mm-mm. They've been conniving and working as an enterprise, as a group for a minute. All they're doing is proving the defendant's points and proving SF's points in his opposition filing. They're the ones working, as they call it, an enterprise. They have all have said they're all working together and how they're helping each other and blah blah blah. You can't show that on the ones you accused of it because it didn't happen. At least not on the YouTube, TikTok streets that any of us seen, and I think one of us would know about it. You know? It made Sean look as big. Amen, treasures. Oh my Lord. Right now, this looks like they are utilizing the court system to threaten. Yep. Yeah, no one's been served. There's, as far as I know, there, and I will check the docket, but as far as I know, FS's opposition is still being held in queue because there's been no filing of proof of service or anything. So, hey, Yanka, sorry. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Phoenix. Proud Mimi. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, this is crazy. And the sad thing of it all is they're getting exactly what they want. The attention. At the expense of others. That's what's fucking nasty about it. Excuse my French. No, it hasn't even been accepted yet. There's been nothing done other than it initially filed. It has not been accepted, assigned to a judge, nothing, as far as I understand. So SF's opposition to it just goes in queue because they still have not done anything other than the file those papers. That's it. They've not followed up. That's my understanding. It could have changed today. I have not checked, but I will. But I think if it did change, SF would have been, people would have been talking, you know. Hey, angels. Aw, thank you. You're so sweet. AMR68, Roxy, Southern-ish, Mystic Butterfly. Hey, Snippins. Yeah, so this is what Brittany posted. With the utmost urgency and authority the law allows, at night will pursue these bad actors both civilly and criminally. The threats and actions have amplified over the past 72 hours, and now we will respond accordingly in multiple states. Now, look, hey, Sheila, this is messed up because, yeah, it seems like a joke because the shit's so funny. They can't do anything criminally, number one. Um, and they don't have a case civilly either. Come on. Um, but the thing is, they can abuse the court system. They can use the court system to hurt these people and drag this out. And that's messed up. They should not be allowed to mess with people's lives like that. If you don't have it, if it's not legit, the court should immediately kick it. And they don't. They often don't. Emerald Skies, hey, hey. Okay, wait, there's more. With various, wait a minute. Why is that doing that? Why is that doing that? With various divisions of the Federal Bureau of Investigations, specifically those in Tulsa, Tampa, Philly, New Haven, and Jackson, MS, we are fully cooperating with the FBI concerning, why in Jackson? Okay. With the FBI concerning the serious threats and doxing we have encountered. Betty today had the nerve to freaking say anything and accuse people of doxing. Betty's doxed how many people? She's went real life on how many people? She has went after people's jobs, families. Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Y'all trying to take the spin off because it's National Bully Month. No. We cannot. That's not the situation. I mean, I, it just pisses me off because this shit will clog up the court system instead of real cases being heard. This crap's got to be dealt with, which puts other cases on the side burner till it's ridiculous, and it affects people's lives, and for what? For some attention? Because in the end of the day, you don't give a shit about none of these creators. You don't. But let's be honest. It's about what you're going to get out of this. I don't think the creators understand what could come at the end. And it may not be what they were told. It could be totally opposite. And it could really have some really negative, bad effects on their life. They should consider that. Because I just don't see this being a good outcome for anybody, really. Because it's ridiculous. It's messed up. This isn't helping find Sebastian or bring him home. This is doing absolutely nothing but continuing the chaos and putting that poor boy out as far as you can get from his own story. He's the one missing. It's freaking insanity. It is. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Thank you, Southern-ish. She she has really grown some balls since she's has gained some false backing, in my opinion. Yeah. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Hey, Toe Beans. Good to see you. Stargazer's mom. Hi. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Rowdy. How are you? Hey, Lily Rose. Dorsey Miller. It's nice to see some of you. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Demon Chihuahua. Please hit that thumbs up if you haven't. Sub up if you're not. We also have poolside memberships. You can be a misfit like the rest of us. Hey, Cotton Candy. Hey, Jeffrey. Yeah, this is okay. So here we go. The actors involved have escalated their actions, making severe threats and engaging in multiple overt acts that pose significant risk. This situation has compelled At Night, in conjunction with our legal representation across Philly, New Haven, Connecticut, Florida, Los Angeles, New York, DC, and multiple regions in Virginia, Boston, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin, Texas, to formally request intervention from federal law enforcement agencies. Y'all get that? Did y'all get all that? Imaginary Enterprise, John Doe, number 53. I love the name. Oh my lord. Okay. So, yikes. That's a lot. Who's paying for all this? I mean, I still don't believe somebody threw $500,000 at these people and said, do whatever you want with it. Even throw it away on frivolous stuff. I just don't see that. And they're cooperating. Okay. I mean, they're talking a lot of places. Do you know what a lawyer will cost you in each one? Okay. Anyway. Okay. They are formally requesting intervention from federal law enforcement agencies. We held several conference calls with various agencies this morning. Why won't it give me the last page? That's weird. Let me see if it'll go back to the original. Yeah. Let me see. Maybe I can get it to do it this way. Oh, it was. Oh, yeah. So they've had several conference calls with the FBI in multiple states, and they're proceeding in all of these states against all these people. They aren't in order, in my opinion. Yeah, BS. Yeah, I'm hasty, Nikki. But in all honesty, do I doubt that they would even call the FBI? No, no. But we also got to remember who's involved and what their history is. In my opinion, BJ is so full of anger towards Jess. She signed whatever. She doesn't even realize that she is suing. Yeah, we reviewed. Yeah, Karen, you're so right. True crime, Karen. Hey, Marie. Yeah, you're so right. Hey, Gold Bulldogs. Hey, Jen Rebel. Is Voices still in here? Okay, so now I don't know what y'all think about that. Wait, I saved it. I don't even have to look it up. That's right. That's right. Okay, I know this was about 10 days ago, but not reviewed him ever. This is the first time I think I've ever reviewed him. Um, but he had Tony and Seth on. We're not going to watch it because there's a lot. We'll just watch a little bit of it because I'm not going to be on here real late. Um, hey, Green Goddess, Lucia. Hey, uh, um, yeah. Hey, Julie. Cute cats. Yeah, cute cats. Yeah, I've showed this some of the stuff months back. I was one of the first ones to show some stuff from what he was taking part in, especially on TikTok. Oh, thank you, Dor. Get my music on because I don't know if he strikes or not. I could care less what he says. I'm talking about what is said, period, by all involved. Then he wants you to believe that, well, he doesn't think that, he doesn't know anything, but okay. Yeah. What time is it? 7:30. Okay. Yeah, we'll play a little bit of this. It's just, this is after court and everything. Um, it took, I don't watch, so I didn't know. I heard, but I didn't watch, so I didn't know. Um, hopefully it plays right. If not, we'll play the audio or just forget it and do something else. Because I'm not, I don't know. It's just not. It's not. Okay, I got the quality at 36. I'll turn it down to 360. All right. Hopefully this will play right. But Tony and Seth come up on Josh's, and this is after court. Yeah, they're not funny, but they're just, I get it, casual. Exactly. Allegedly, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jim Rebel. Um, it's I'm not. What's being done to creators isn't funny. It's the group doing it and the things they're saying when that group has done those very things. Uh, there's not a county out to get Bullhorn Betty. Sumner County could give two shits about Bullhorn Betty. She's just another docket number, you know. She had protections orders. She violated them. That's and look at what I haven't seen anybody go at Seth like she goes at Chris and Katie. But that's just in my opinion. Hey, Purple Haze. Hey, Denton. Hey, Holly. Beware the marching band, my they fall. You should see her go fund me. Oh, I'm sure it's fattened up for her. I'm sure. Hey, Enid. I've been watching these YouTube stories for a little over 5 years now. I have never seen anything like this. Yeah. I've seen some stuff, but yeah. And what makes me mad, what's them getting their attention in their 5 minutes at the expense of others is sickening. Not caring how they're affecting people's lives with this frivolous crap. Speaks volumes to me. Hey, Delicious. They can't say people doxed them when they released all this paperwork on social media before they even served the people that they were going after. They doxed themselves. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, we'll listen to a little bit of this. Let me know how it plays.
Accurate about whether she had reached out. She had left him a voicemail way back and had was exactly what Chris, well, orders and everything else, and it didn't seem to be a serious situation. And I leaned over and told my wife, I said, I think that we're in trouble here. And she said, yeah, looking around, I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, that's right. A very good feeling. So, I know that there was evidence presented. And I hear that people say
you felt that way because you knew that they were telling the truth and they had evidence to back up what they were saying. Betty's attorney and Betty was permitted to enter things into evidence as well. They entered what they chose. She chose her fake press badge that she printed up. Judge wasn't impressed. Hey, Donna. Oh, you want to come up? Okay, hold on. Let me copy the link. Post. Is Voices still in chat? I don't even know if Voices is still here. She might be crafting away. She's been making some awesome stuff. Hey, Pineapple. You cracked me up your video earlier today. You're busting them out. You're making some good videos. Hey, B-Tim. Hey, Juno. Hey, Toe Beans. I did say hey, Toe Beans. I know. I still can't wait. In my opinion, I'm Petty AF Fish, allegedly. I know I'm behind in chat. Sorry. I dropped the link. Okay, hold on. Let me put my screen up. Whoever's trying to come up, it says device not connected. Not you, Donna. You're up here. I'm gonna put my my shield up. Okay. Hey, Voices. What?
You can't get rid of me that easy. Of course I'm here.
Okay. Hey, Donna. Is that you?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. This is something that came to my attention yesterday, and I'm going to not use the names of the people, but there was a lady who was at court, not this last time, but before. She was at the first court case, and she has a YouTube channel, but she doesn't use hashtags or any of that, and she doesn't monetize, but she talks about true crime. But she's from Tennessee, and so she's very interested in Sebastian. And so her and her husband went down there to the courthouse and attended. And she sat in front. Well, she sat on the side where Chris and Katie sat. Anyway, one of her other subscribers let her know that Clutch, and I'm not sure what channel of Clutch, had saw our friend on the news in the courtroom and had decided that this lady who's my friend, who has nothing to do with all this, she was in the courtroom and Clutch and them decided that her husband, who's probably never been to Pennsylvania, is the person who was stalking Nick. And so
What?
the subscriber was, yes. And so the subscriber was like, "You're wrong.
Oh my God,
I know those."
saw that.
Did you? Well,
Yes, I saw that. That they.
I
took the
couldn't
guy
get a
with the-
link. I wanted to find a link. That lady is very upset because her and her husband are honorable community members, there in Tennessee. And her husband is a contractor and never, I mean,
think it was on
come
Brittany
on now.
J's channel. I think it was on Brittany
Really?
J's with Clutch. Yes.
okay. It was Brittany J instead. I couldn't find it because I looked for it after I saw that she.
Yes, it was on Brittany J because that idiot Ray and Drunk Nana were up there also. And they were like, yep, look at the nose. How does one's head be square? Yes. Yes.
So you're telling me
Go
they've
ahead.
got this man being accused, and they don't even know who he is.
Innocent man. Completely innocent man. It isn't even the same person, from the person that was at Hong's door to the person that was in the courtroom. Not even the same person.
How does Hong not know? Was somebody trying to sell something or somebody? He has no idea who it was. Anybody can ring your freaking doorbell.
Well,
So this
lady
guy's
did
being
not have
blamed.
that. And she had planned to go back in November to the hearing, but I don't know whether she'll go back or not. If that's what she can expect to be,
Wow.
She put on her
Well, I'd
community page.
absolutely have her go back, Donna, because we know who he is, and let them mess around with the wrong other person in Tennessee right there in the courtroom.
Look, she doesn't like all that bad Tennessee talk anyway. And her mama lived in Hendersonville and died there. So she's got, is not just like some random person. It's a person who lives there, who's interested in the whole thing. And just, quietly took herself over there. She did not make herself known to nobody. She didn't go up to, she talked to people around town, but she didn't go up to Katie or any of those people because she wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy to me, and I don't understand. I do really why Betty doesn't understand she stepped over the line, because it's just like, as much as we could talk about, in my case, that I was really interested in was Lori Vallow and all those people that didn't get in trouble, the Melanie this and the Melanie that. I mean, we could find those people, but that is not our, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to go up to the people and ask them, about killing somebody and all that. Because that is not your job. And what are you going to do with it if they talk to you? You're not the law. Anyway, it just upset me. And I thought,
are they getting a lot? Have they gotten a lot of people coming at them?
Oh, just everybody, all of her subs are like, oh, don't let them, get you. No, I don't know who's come after him since then. But like I said, that's why I'm being careful. I don't even want to identify what channel she's connected to. Because it's like the Barbara Streisand thing. If you, I don't want to, I mean, she wants to draw attention to
you don't
it,
want
she
the
can, but
Streisand
I'm
stuff
not
to
doing it.
happen to her.
Anyway,
I know.
I'm going to get down. I just wanted to, that's been burning a bee in my bonnet all day to tell somebody. And thank you. And you say, Ange, you say that it was on Brittany J's channel and not
I'm
Clutch.
pretty sure it was on Brittany J's channel like 2 nights ago.
Okay, I'm going to look that up. Because I feel silly even telling you about it without having a clip, but still.
No, I saw it happen live.
Good. All right. Ladies, carry on.
Well, thank you for coming up, Donna. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry for that. That happened to her and him. That's messed up.
You tell your friend Donna that she needs to continue to go because we need good people there too.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't let them run her off. She didn't do anything wrong.
Yes. All right then. I'm gonna leave.
All right. Thank you. Okay. That's messed up voices. When did it become about? Oh, thank you for the PayPal, by the way. I'm trying to. Why won't it let me thank? What is going on? I don't know. Huh?
This is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's getting just. I mean, they took pictures of some total stranger and tried to make him out to be somebody he wasn't. Like he did something wrong.
Just like what they did right now. Yeah.
Yeah. That is so messed up.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this was scratchy, but let's try it again now.
Let me reload this page. Maybe that'll help. I can just reload that, not reload me.
Stop letting them
And I'll tell you what, I am so over StreamYard. I don't even care about the 22 days I have left that I paid for. At this point, I don't even care. I'm totally blocking StreamYard and using Restream. At least it doesn't sound bad like this. I have done everything on my end.
She had been inaccurate about whether she had reached out. She had left him a voicemail way back in May.
It sounds good now.
Something that he said in her chat, and he responded to her through Facebook Messenger and gave her a response. There was no fighting. There was nothing like that. You know, they never had any contact after that.
Right.
You know, and the protective order stated that she was stalking them. She was harassing them. And if you look up the definition of stalking, she did not meet that definition. She had never been around anybody other than Terry Bowersox, which, as we've seen in her video, he was actually following her. So, you
know. No. In fact, the little video y'all tried to put out and say he was following her was debunked. Every car that even resembled his car, you said was him. No, actually, no, doesn't work. Sorry. We watched what was going on. She was live. Okay, then. Hey, everybody coming in. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. If you're not subbed up, sub on up. We also have poolside membership. Hey, innocent till proven guilty. That's why you got my, hey, runs with scissors. Allegedly, Patricia G. Intuitive 369. Well, he's gonna have to prove he was being stalked. Somebody bringing your, I don't know if the man has enemies or not. I don't know nothing about him, but it's not easy to prove. And
hold up. I can't believe Tony's running with this narrative after he sent Betty a Venmo for good job beating up the bee socks.
Yeah.
Hello. Are you kidding me?
Who's running the criminal enterprise here? Who's being paid for their behavior? You don't see anybody else with super chats. I call them all super chats because that's what they are, I guess. Right? It's a tip. It's a donation. But you don't see anybody else's messages saying, we're beating someone up. I don't know. Y'all keep saying you're all working together, but none of them people are. But you're claiming they're the criminal enterprise? Okay. I got it. I get it now. Hey, Jilly, welcome to Poolside. You're a misfit like the rest of us. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Captain Ganja. Hey, Mr. Blue. Art of handmade dolls and stuff. This is crazy. This is going to get crazy.
It was,
Oops.
to this day, what I said in the interview with Vinny, which is that they were untruthful about what they said to obtain those protective orders. And, it just continued to move on from there.
Right. And so I understand that a 9-minute video was played in court to sort of, bolster the side of the plaintiffs, and which the plaintiff was Chris Proudfoot, right? Nobody else, because there were already 3 that sort of by default were awarded because the no-show, and then Betty claimed that she didn't have enough time, and that's all all that it could be handled during an appeal. This as well.
Julie.
And you guys plan to appeal, correct?
Correct.
In all honesty, at what point do you go, that she's got to stand down? I mean, is it after the appeal or what? Because I don't have an opinion about it one way or the other. I do think that outsiders do not get a fair shake a lot of the time when they're from out of town, and they're perceived to come in and cause trouble. Judges typically don't like dealing with outsiders, to be honest with you, and that is the truth. At what point do you just go, I'm not going to be a martyr, and I'm not going to go to jail trying to prove a point that simply cannot be proven?
Well, we're too deep into it now to turn back, Josh. I mean, we're in a situation now where it's not about fighting for a channel. It's about fighting for her freedom.
Would you be interested in collecting 5-figure paychecks for a few hours of work, helping me in your spare time from home? I'm on a mission to recover.
You know why she could possibly face a couple days in jail? I don't think she'd face a lot, to be honest. If she gets anything, probably maybe 10 days each. Maybe if she even gets it.
Days.
Yeah. Well, she did it. No matter how you spin this, Betty was out of control. It is the worst, other than that brief time in Georgia. I don't know. It's where she was out of control. You can't put this on nobody but Betty. All she had to do was, like you said, step down, step back, chill out. You can still talk about the case, but chill out. No, she had to call people murmurers and accuse them of putting them in pickle bags and using his parents' tools and the property behind their house in a refrigerator or a freezer. Yeah, the defective child, as she called it. Yeah. But, no, okay. She followed that man. She got out and verbally assaulted him. She acted like a wild banshee. That man did absolutely nothing to her. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't get out of his car. Nothing. But she's the victim. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Southernish. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Exactly. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Right, but I mean, the judge, I don't know what the judge was saying other than stop, or he ruled against her ultimately. I mean, is there a gag on her now?
No, the protective order that's issued is pretty clear, and what she has to be held to is
the judge was pretty clear. He said that these people do not exist to you in your world. They don't exist. Boom. That's it. That simple. But she still has put her freaking face up to the court and went ahead and is still doing her thing. But she'll be crying if she gets reviolated. If she ends up with new violations. Which, you never know, could be possible. She hasn't stopped. And now this crap. I don't know. Whoa.
What's inside the four corners of that protective order.
Hey,
So
Angelica.
everybody says that she
You
can't
need
do
to
this, she
keep-
can't do that. Well, what she cannot do is she cannot have direct or indirect contact. Indirect contact is defined as having somebody else contact them on her behalf, and she's never done that to begin with.
Oh,
that's
no.
third party contact. That's third party. That is not indirect. Indirect means you go stand out on the street corner and shout about them, not standing in front of them shouting at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. Tony, maybe you should understand what you're talking about before you talk about it. I'm just saying, because I clearly heard what the judge had to say. And she's not done that. Again. That's not lapping in the court's face. I don't know what is.
I mean, but after the appeal process, whatever the decision is, because I think what can happen is you can shoot it to the appellate courts. They can hear it, they can overrule it, they can keep it the same. I mean, it does kind of feel like she is running out of rope a little bit here.
Well, I think that she never had any rope in Sumner County. I think I feel that way. Seth feels that way. I think that getting that out of Sumner County and taking it to the appellate court, which is in Davidson County, it's in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we all feel like that it's going to be about the law, and there will be a lot more evidence provided at that appeal.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to provide a bunch of new evidence in the appeal? I'm not sure about that. I'm going to have to check into that. I thought they were appealing it on her not being served properly. Evidence was already submitted. I thought they were just appealing the judge's decision. Or trying to get them to appeal it, I should say. I don't know. I just don't. It is not easy to get a judge overturned on something like this. But I'm not a lawyer or a judge. Who the hell knows what they're going to do? Hey, sweet one. The judge said he was making the rules very clear. He made sure they understood before they left the courtroom. They told the judge that they understood the order and the rules. They lied. Yeah, he couldn't have been more clear. And in my opinion, I think he followed the law. Hey, Leandra. I'm sorry. Hey, Happy Beach. They were able, excuse me, to present evidence. And they presented nothing to help her. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. Good luck with that. Good luck. I'm glad it's not me. Hey, Lisa. Her intentions, what got her wrapped up. Yeah. Appeal decision based on evidence the judge used to draw his decision. Yeah. And she continues to violate. Yeah. Hey, Karen. Hey, cat lady.
I'm confused. How can she appeal something when she continues to break the same rules for the thing that got her in trouble? How does that work?
I'm trying to figure this out. And how is she one of the majors in this, whatever they're calling it, because it's not federal, like Betty keeps claiming and Brittany keeps claiming. Nick even said that he's trying to get it federal, to combine it all. Listen to his words.
But it's on bullying.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Is on bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Not like this is I don't buy this for a minute. I believe this is all a PR stunt in my opinion. My perspective.
I do too. But it's still scary as shit if you're one of the defendants.
And I
Because
agree
you
with
just
that.
don't, you don't know. You just, are they crazy enough and really do have all this money that they can go and do all this? Because do you know the amount of money that's going to take? Every state I read off, that's lawyers, fees after fees. That's going to take a lot of money. Hey, WSU mom, it's just, why would you want to put people through this for talking about someone's own actions, someone's own behavior? I don't know. I don't see where he's been prevented from searching anywhere. I do feel we've been misled by him always saying how he's out there searching all the time, and let's be honest, he's not, and he has not been. What, another vigil? How about instead of a vigil, do searches? Instead of having barbecues, do searches. I'm just saying, you got people that want to help, that want to search. I don't know. That's just in my opinion. Hey, Miss Day. Both groups have shown a lack of judgment and bad behavior. However, the entire thing has gotten way out of hand, and the only real people that suffer are Sebastian and his family. Yes. Well said.
I don't know if I agree with that one so much. I've yet to see Katie and Chris exhibit bad behavior, unfortunately.
No, she's not talking about Katie. I think she's talking about some of the creators.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll agree
And
with that.
nothing that deserves this. Other than
nothing
Betty.
deserves that, though. I agree with that also.
Yeah. It's crazy. Hey, happy feet. Happy soul to soul. Oh, that's so cute. Hey, Naomi. I'll sit back and wait patiently for her arrest. It's coming. And this is what blows my mind about all of this. The only one out of this whole mess that is facing criminal charges and could possibly go to jail is Betty. None of them other people they're not going to jail for her. But she don't see that. She's the one with it all to lose. And then the rest will just fall like dominoes do. It's sad. Because they're being used. I don't know, Betty. Your freedom should be, I don't know. I'd be very careful who I trust my freedom to. Hey, Burger Patty. Sadly, you think you know people. Then you find out you never knew them. Mark those words, Betty. Life can really fucking suck. Just telling you.
We weren't really able to provide in the PO hearing. The PO hearing is pretty cut and dry. It's
I'm in the yellow.
But the petitioner. What is the petitioner claiming, and what is the respondent claiming? Mm-hmm. And when we get to the appeals court, it'll be a more drawn out process, and there will be no 9-minute video with a bunch of clips. And Josh is nice of a guy.
Yes, sir. Evidence that was already submitted and used for the judge's decision in the first place. Anything in the case that was submitted will be there and available for them to watch and use. Yes, sir. It's already evidence in the case that's been granted. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As you are and as professional as you are,
I
don't think any of us would want our life for 7 months and take the little bits and pieces of things we said and put it into a 9-minute video, I think we'd all be in trouble.
Yeah, no, that's actually happened to me before, and I'm really not that nice of a guy. But yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. The problem is, well, I don't know if it's the problem, but I would say, her words are her words, but you can take things out of context. It's hard to know the meaning, in the heat of the moment. Sometimes people get upset. Sometimes people, say just kind of pop off. I've done that many times. So I get it. But I understand what you're saying. You take 9 minutes and you find the worst stuff that you can find. Yeah, fair enough. And so you plan to appeal, you plan to provide more evidence and things like that, which is, absolutely your guys' her right. Do you feel a sense of responsibility?
I'm sorry, but the way he's talking, he does not for 1 second believe what he's saying. That's not what he wants to say. That's why he's having a hard time getting it out. You want to say she's guilty as hell, and hey, come on, Josh. You do. It's actually hard. You're struggling, dude.
When's enough and just let Betty go to jail, cut your losses, cut the arm off to save the body, right?
He's sitting here struggling with what he's saying because he don't believe what he's saying. That's just my opinion. Allegedly and all that stuff. Hey, Crazy. Hey, Skullgirl. Hey, Angelina. I'm not happy too. Hey, anybody out? If I missed you, I'll get you.
Ability to go along with her through this?
Oh, I think that anybody that's been as committed to Seth Rogers as she's been, that's part of being a team. You stick by your teammates, and she's definitely a part of our team.
All right. Yeah, no, fair enough. So that aside,
Exactly, Shorty. Yes. And once this case is over, if there even is a case, I do feel this will affect a few of the plaintiffs' reputations on YouTube, especially since it's their primary income. Too many people are looking at this negatively. Yeah, they are. I don't know. It's not right what they're doing. It's not right. And hey, Halloween baby. And I'm sorry, but wasting the court's time on stuff like this, that should not be allowed. It just shouldn't. Things need to change. The way some people do say things. The only way you're going to stop this stuff from happening is by changing that. People could... there's a line, and don't cross it.
Look at his background. His thingy's fallen down in that upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is that on purpose or is that by accident?
Well, it looks pretty good for a garage, huh?
Oh, it's a garage. Cool job. All right. My garage is so full of junk. All the Christmas stuff's getting brought down, so yeah.
The ruling goes not in your favor, which is, I figured that it probably wasn't going to anyway.
Oh, so you say thank you. Well, welcome to Poolside. You're a misfit like the rest of us now. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hey, YouTube Inspector Gadget. Hey, Christina. I probably said hi to some of you already. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Deborah says, I saw a replay yesterday where BJ said that he was an opportunist and Tony was a snake oil salesman. She needs to deny it because she was on her panel saying it. Wonder what BHP and TT would think of that. Oh, yeah, they don't talk about that stuff, that, how she's flip-flop back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of clips of her not saying nice things. But, not the victim. She's the victim. Hey, Talisa. Hey, Jan. Hey, Jan. We can say it.
Way. But, and a lot of that, by the way, because I don't really feel like Chris is scared of Betty at all.
At all.
I think that it was nothing more than maybe drum up another charge on her, try to humiliate her a little more.
Yeah, Roxy, we have laws here. That's why Betty doesn't do her behavior here. And if she did, she'd be in a legal mess. I'm not saying with Betty's ego, would it surprise me if she now tried to pull something here? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fits right in.
Put her through the ringer, kind of payback for, maybe things that she said about them, or the way that she feels about them. And I do think it was a bit of a retaliation tactic. I think 3 of the protective orders is probably plenty. And it's like, it's a lot, right?
I want to highlight comments, but I don't want no one to get no shit for their comments. That's why I'm not highlighting them. But if you want me to, I will. I didn't want no one to get no shit because of something, their own opinion. And, you're not allowed to have your own opinion, allegedly,
Right? I mean, it felt, and it feels like it was a retaliation. Is that what you guys think too?
Well, yeah. And I mean, look, you've been covering this case for a long time, and you've seen all the antics that Chris has laid out there.
I was one of the first.
Yeah, I mean,
what antics has Chris laid out here? Am I missing something?
I was just standing here looking around for some antics, and I don't see any. But
Is there videos of Chris that I don't know about that I just
the
missed?
thing about antics that I do know about is Josh leaking a court stuff the night before court.
Yeah.
I remember that. Those
Yeah, I
some
do too.
antics, but
Yeah. But he forgets about that, huh? Yeah. Can't put that one on Chris, right? Oh, but they tried, right? Oh, okay. Can we see these antics? Because I've been hearing about all these antics, and I have yet to see them. Was he pissed off a time or two? Absolutely. A lot of people say he had reason to be. We can't tell him how to feel. We can't tell him how to respond after him and his wife have been relentlessly attacked, stalked, and threatened. Accused of doing horrific things to their son. I'd be a little pissed off too. And then you got Bio Dad out here stirring it all, contributing to it, encouraging it, supporting it, whatever you want to call it, right in the mix of it. Sadly, I do think he's being manipulated. I really, truly do. But he still needs a nice jerkin to wake the hell up. Just my opinion. And all that allegedly and stuff. You can highlight my comment. Have you ever noticed that the lab has a snigging laugh like that cartoon dog? Whenever he laughs at his own. The court has a different lawyer for her. Yeah, well, it's probably he's connected to that that other lawyer in some capacity, I'm sure. And that's because it's an appeal. There's lawyers that just handle appeals. Yeah, I just personally think it's the way. I don't think they're going to win the appeal, but my gut could be wrong. I also don't think she's going to get jail time. But then again, I could be totally wrong. I think
she's going to be a guest of the Tennessee penal system for 365 days with all of her offenses that she's done.
Yeah, but do you think with all this shit going on, do you think that will...
I don't even believe it's going to be eligible for that, because here's the deal.
No, I'm thinking you think it will influence any consequences handed down.
I do.
In a negative or positive?
I believe it's going to make it even harder on her.
You don't think it will make them say, hey, wait a minute, maybe we can just do a slap on the wrist here, shut this bitch up,
She had the slap on the wrist.
True.
She's had a slap on the wrist already.
Hey,
she was told again, stop talking about them. These people cease to exist. Has she stopped? No, ma'am.
No. Not at all.
And, this guy has been I heard the attorney for the Proudfoot say that they just wanted to be private and wanted to be left alone. And then you've got this guy calling in on people's shows, pretending to be Billy Bob Thornton.
Okay, look, number one, we don't even know if that was him. Prove it was him. Just saying, prove it.
Even
Also-
so, it was once. We don't know what Chris Proudfoot's penis looks like.
Yeah,
We sure as fuck know what.
yeah, he didn't have no cam slip. The whole world didn't see the little Papa. I bet he knows all about little Papas. You need to ask her. Anyway, allegedly, according to her. I mean, that's what she calls it. You know, that's what she told everybody. You know, I'm not making it up. I'm not repeating rumors. It came out of her own mouth multiple times. Multiple times. So, yeah, you know.
She loves it when she can call you Big Papa.
Looking for attention. You know, he was on a platform tonight, a little bitty platform with some people. And, you know, he's far from wanting to be left alone. I mean, he's not acted that way. The laughing, the joking, you know, you heard me say in the interview, I talked to the court reporter for Court TV, and she came out in the hallway and told us that she was disgusted that Chris looked at her in the middle of the case and winked at her. That's not somebody who, first off, is serious about missing his stepson, and second, it's not somebody that wants to be left alone and kept in private.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like I want to be left alone when I want to be left alone, and when I don't, I don't.
Well, I want to be left alone when you say something I don't agree with.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel too, by the way. But that's not really how life works, is it?
Right, exactly.
So I get that. So, you know, after that happens, here we go to Court TV the next day. You sit down with Vinny, and it felt like there was kind of a shift, you know, I mean, from voicing frustrations to direct saying, hey, yeah, I think that they did something. My opinion is, I think, and by the way, what Seth said, and I'm sure people will criticize and some people will cheer. My personal opinion is he had every right, and he has every right to say what he wants, because nobody else is in his position and knows how he feels. And, you know, I've seen Chris kind of go off the deep end. But Seth didn't go off the deep end, but I've seen Chris go off the deep end, and people go, well, you know, he's got a lot going on.
I got Piggy in the chat. Oh my God, you guys cracked me up. Hey, Loki's mom.
What was that?
It says Piggy in the chat, and it's a picture of a pig. You guys crack me up.
Seth should be shown that same grace and maybe more, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No,
the funny thing,
no.
That's gonna be a from us, dog. Nope. That's a no from us. No, thank you.
I get it. Yes, he should get grace because he is the father of a missing child. And I don't believe he had anything to do with it. I never did. And I've stood on that from the day one. I don't believe any of the parents had anything to do with it because there's no evidence to show me otherwise.
Well, but no parent deserves more grace than the other. They all deserve grace.
They all deserve grace. All of them.
Pull them out all the way around.
Yep. And he also needs to stop talking and stop lying and putting out things that he shouldn't be putting out and some falsehoods. Let's be honest.
Josh, is you've known Seth Rogers longer than I've known Seth Rogers.
That's true.
Exactly.
And, you know, you remember the old Seth Rogers that didn't have a muzzle on him. And a lot of people loved to hear the genuineness from him. And a lot of people thought that he was unhinged. Well, when I came in, I put a muzzle on him. I tried to settle things down a little bit with him, get him under control a little bit. But, you know, when you start taking the voice away of people that have been good to him, then, you know, what happens is we take the muzzle off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Who's taking anybody's voice away? What are you talking about? You people never shut up. Whose voice is taken away? I'm not aware of anybody's.
I don't know. Tony tells.
Oh, what time is it? Oh, I hope. Oh, frick. Oh, I forgot it's Kona Ice Day, but you can only pay up till 8 p.m. with the on the app. You know, the code, the barcode thing they send home on the paper. So that means I have to go to Jacksonville because my pump's alarming in the morning. It shouldn't be. It is pissing me off. But I'm gonna have to stop at the school and drop that money on. I forgot. So I should have set an alarm.
Right.
And what you saw was the muzzle being taken off.
Well, I mean, was that something that was planned, or it just kind of happened?
It was 100% planned,
Yeah.
and it will 100% continue.
So this is the route now. I mean, you guys aren't being told anything from investigators. Seth isn't being told anything. I don't think that do you have any knowledge if Chris and Katie are in contact with law enforcement?
We don't have any knowledge of that. And quite frankly, there's been so many inconsistencies with things that Chris has said. I don't know that we'd believe him one way or the other.
Yeah.
What inconsistencies? Because he would then be allowed to say certain things that he couldn't say before because he was working with law enforcement and following their lead and what they were doing. That he'd even make it clear. You people just don't get it. The foundation of their story has not changed as far as I know. Voices?
No, ma'am.
Chat? They're not the ones changing their story up about internet
All
usage
I heard
and
is details be expounded upon that were, but I have not heard foundational story points that have changed. I just haven't. I don't know where this is coming from.
oh, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah. I remember when he said that law enforcement told him not to take a polygraph, and I found that, I mean, any law enforcement officer that would give legal advice to, I wouldn't say a suspect or person of interest, but somebody that's directly involved, like in the circle of the case, would probably get in a lot of trouble for giving any kind of advice like that. So I don't believe that. I didn't believe that. I think it was kind of a way to skirt around it. I know there are people say, well, he took one. I don't know if he did.
I totally believe that. It's an active investigation. They want the polygraph, not Nancy Grace.
Exactly. They said to not take the polygraph with Nancy Grace because you would become content for Nancy Grace. You guys are stopping the statement when you hear what it is you want to hear.
Yeah.
It's not just he was told not to take the polygraph. It was because he was told not to take the polygraph because it would become content for Nancy Grace.
Exactly. Hey, Poopy in the chat. Oh my gosh, I indecent. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Helen.
Well, TBI told our team directly that the same, if you want to call it advice, but the same statement was given to Seth and Chris and Katie, which is you can do what you want to do, but if you're going to take a polygraph, just please be careful that you know the nature of the polygraph and what you're going to be asked.
Yeah, but that's not the same as saying they told him not to.
It's not at all the same, because that same statement was given to Seth before Seth went and took the polygraph with Nancy Grace. And he, you can call it what you want to call it, but he lied to Nancy. He lied to a lot of people when he said we were told not to take the polygraph. It's just simply not true.
Right.
Again, that's semantics.
Yeah.
Tony's mincing words.
Yeah, he is. Hey, Corinne. He very much is. Do you want me to fast forward to Seth?
Yeah, whenever I heard that, I found that utterly kind of ridiculous. But I'm not there, and I don't know what's being said. But why is it though? Like with Seth, that how come Seth has never been blamed by Chris and Katie. I think about this sometimes, and they've never said, yes, Seth had something to do with this. They've said things about him that, that they don't care about or that they don't care for or whatever. But they never say, well, we think that Seth is directly involved. And you have people that are paying attention to this
yeah,
Can you cite where that's been stated, Josh? Because here's the thing. Every time that I've heard Chris and Katie, they do nothing but make exceptions and allowances for Seth and his bad behavior. So again, I ask, where's the proof?
Hey, Rankin, welcome in. Hey, Lori, facts, not feelings. Yeah, I need to see, because every time, even though he was angry at Seth with good reason, he still was supportive of Seth. He never went at Seth like that. He never went sideways at him like Seth continues and is getting ready to do again on here. In fact, I'm going to fast forward a little bit because this is like an hour and 20 minute live, and I didn't think you guys would want to watch the whole thing. So I did get a couple timestamps, but it is some of the stuff Tony says. I would go over the whole thing because it's unbelievable. Okay, where's my timestamp? There we go. 41.
Oh, I have an announcement. The Great Pumpkin was found today.
What? The Great Pumpkin was found?
Yeah. We do that. They have that Great Pumpkin hunt worth $5,500 worth of merchandise.
What?
Yeah. It was found today.
Damn, I'd have come and tried to find it. Could I just have the cash and not the merchandise?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Oh.
Because everybody donates things.
I'm going to start here. I'm going to go put these guys, tuck my littles in bed real quick.
The next month is a criminal case?
Yeah, when you violate the POs, or they determine that you violated the POs, at that point, things become criminal. So that's, at that moment, they've got out of hand.
Right. And Seth is joining us. Seth, we're kind of wrapping up the court stuff, and we're talking about the shift in what you said on court TV. Now that you've had a day or two, how do you feel?
I still feel the same way. Hi, Josh. Hi, Mathis.
Hey.
How are you, Mr. Rogers?
Boiling. Waiting for the weekend to be over so I can do something.
What are you planning on doing? Do you have a plan, or is it something you care to share? If not, I understand that as well.
Not sharing, because in your chat there's a lot of people that can still hear me, may not be able to see me, and I don't have to look at them, but I know that CP supporters are everywhere. I hope they enjoy supporting a child abuser, because those are the people that nearly make me sick in this world.
And do you want to expand on that, or just leave it there?
Leave it there.
Yeah, and I have asked the chat, and normally, this is a very charged, I haven't covered a lot of this lately. And
I understand that, Josh, because it's very controversial. No matter what it seems, it's like, no matter what I said to people at the very beginning and have continued to say, there's no sides but Sebastian. But everybody wants to make it about sides. And all I want from my side is to find Sebastian and bring him home. That's it. I want to find my son and bring him home and make sure he is safe and healthy.
All right.
What?
Yeah, look, I agree. I think that the sides is probably the most detrimental. And I will tell you this too. I have a major problem, not just with people that attack you and accuse you, but I do have a major problem just in general with people talking about how bad of parents people are when they've only known what they've seen, through the media, and a lot of these people are absolute losers themselves that attack from behind a keyboard, that probably wouldn't want their life put on display in front of everybody. That's kind of how I figure it, the whole situation. I see it a lot.
That term keyboard warriors, Josh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that term needs to stop being used, because if you're on a keyboard running your mouth, doing your little finger twitches, you're just a keyboard coward. There ain't nothing warrior about you.
Sorry about that. I had to tuck the littles in. It took a minute longer. Sorry, guys. Wow. He's pissed. Hello? Can anybody hear me?
I cannot. I don't have anything other than holy crap, Seth.
I love when you say that. That cracks me up. Hey, Aries. When you say that, I have nothing.
I got nothing. But holy crap, Seth. Holy crap.
Allegedly, nope, not today. Hey, JJ. Hey, wishful thinking. Hey, Brunel. Bama trucker. Hey, I actually didn't mess it up. Hey, Break Time 5. Hey, Perry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the muzzle's off, as Tony has said.
So Seth, when you said, if you support a child abuser, people are going to say we don't have any proof. Are you going?
That would be very, very, very inaccurate. Like I said, we have to be very, very careful, and we have to make sure our T's are crossed and our I's.
Wait. What do you mean you got to be very, very careful? You're sitting right up there saying you got evidence, proof that this man was physically abusing that child.
Well, we've read court documents that say that Seth physically abused that child when he was a hell of a lot younger.
This is crazy. And I'm sorry, but if there was all said evidence of all this physical abuse and everything was as bad as they keep saying it is or was, and Chris isn't accounted for, his time, and like they keep saying, and the Bauer Sox are involved, all the crap they've been spewing. Why has law enforcement not done anything? Because there would be plenty of evidence if that was the case. That's something bad. You know what I mean?
Because it's just simply not true.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Why is... You're going to they want everybody to believe this whole county's corrupt and they're paying everybody off and getting away with it.
Hey, pull your mic back from your mouth a little bit. The louder you get, the more it distorts.
Okay, there. I did. I also turned the volume down. Yeah, this is, okay.
Dotted. But to make that statement that we don't have proof of anything, not specifically that, but anything that we come out publicly and say would be inaccurate.
Right. So there is proof, and you're just finalizing how you're going to present it. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what we're saying.
Right.
We want to make sure that we're acting within the confinements of the law.
Yeah. I did that interview and I said that they're hiding from the real law. I meant it. They're hiding from the real law, because to me, Sumner County is doing anything and everything they can to cover themselves and to protect them.
What?
And they're abusing the law. The law is not.
Why?
What would law enforcement have to risk? What do Chris and Katie, the Bauer Sox, the Proudfoots, what do they have that is just, that law enforcement would need to protect them? For what reason?
It doesn't make... What is the angle? Why? It doesn't make sense. There's damn sure no money changing hands, because I'm sorry, they don't have that kind of money to do something like that would take the pull off. There's just, okay. Wow, they've really gotten hit. Never mind.
Not to be abused. The law is there to protect the citizens against those who are willing to break it.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly right. I think that
Exactly,
once
Seth. And that's exactly what the law did. Betty chose to break the law. So then you suffer the consequences, right? Is that not what he's saying?
Yeah, but I just think that he doesn't understand what he's saying.
Yeah. The CPS case wouldn't have been dropped. No. If it was the way they're alleging it, the way they're making it sound is it was just awful, really, really bad. There's no way CPS would have dropped that. And also, weren't all names redacted? So what if the report he's reading wasn't even a... Never mind.
Again, when we're talking about Sumner County, and I don't really know how these investigations go or play out, but I mean, they haven't said anything. I don't know when the last time they said something about this case was. Was it April?
Because maybe there's nothing new to say. So why come out and do a press conference of nothing? So then you can slam them for wasting time and doing a nothing burger. Same thing y'all did before in other cases.
It's been over 3 months since a particular person has said anything about their son.
Well, give me 1 second here. Mods, I'm seeing a ton of just...
With Protect.com, you get comprehensive coverage starting at just
Hitting
$19
people
a
in his
month.
chat.
Protect your loved ones.
Some probably are trolls,
weirdos.
but I think some are just people with a difference of opinion and they're not liking it. Yeah, Perry, that is crazy.
In the chat, if we need to turn on members only, then we can. But please just toss them. They're so rude, and just I would never go into somebody's chat and act like that. Just get them out of here, please. Or we can turn on members only, or turn the chat off completely. I mean, this is why I don't like doing these. I like talking to you guys about it. It's just that people are absolutely nuts. Just so rude. It's crazy. No,
They're not agreeing. They have a difference of opinion. So they're nuts. Okay.
skin in the game whatsoever.
Well, there's no manners anymore either.
What's that?
There's very little manners left.
Well, that's what happens. That's what happens when. This is what happens when you can hide behind a keyboard.
Right. That's why they're
manners. Dude, really?
keyboard cowards.
Right. Let me see here.
Josh, you can always look at these cases and tell the people that are actively
Hey,
involved,
Ryan.
they don't hide from anybody.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and I do feel like the things that you guys have done is to push forward the case. I don't, and Tony, I've said this before. I haven't agreed with everything, but who cares? Like that doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, that guy's an idiot, or I just maybe have not agreed with the way that some things have shaken out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And you've always been respectful about that. We've had many conversations about different things that were being done.
Yeah.
But one of the things you always acknowledge is that you don't have all the facts. You don't know exactly why things are being done. You see that they are being done. And I've always taken the time to talk through those things with you and explain to you why we're doing what we're doing. But at the end of the day, the guy that is steering that ship, in contrast to what a lot of people think, is Seth Rogers. And there is not one move made that Seth doesn't agree with. There is not one move made that we don't talk in great detail about.
Wow.
And quite frankly, a lot.
What? Maybe the manipulation.
This is where it gets wild.
maybe the manipulation isn't as to the degree that we be thinking. I don't
A
know.
lot of these people that
I
that
think the
are giving
manipulation is
opinions and causing.
on. I think Tony gets manipulated, therefore Tony manipulates. If that makes sense.
I think they all are manipulating each other. Hey, Sammy.
Problems and everything else. They don't have a child missing, and we appreciate anybody that supports Sebastian. We appreciate anybody that supports Seth in finding Sebastian. If you have your own opinion and you don't support Seth and you don't support finding Sebastian and you're not willing to look at all the facts in the case, then we're not really interested in what you've got to say.
Right. I mean,
Muted.
I support Sebastian. Not this stuff. I don't care who finds him. Find him and bring him home. That's what needs to happen. This stuff here, nope. Don't support it. And that's in my opinion.
that's what I'm saying. I there are things about this case that I don't know. I don't pretend to know. I don't listen to. I don't really listen to the whatever gossip there is. I mean, there's so much that has been said, and like I said, this is probably the first show or the first time I've done a live about Sebastian's case in probably a month. And every time I do it, I'm reminded why. But at the same time, I also feel like that there needs to be some sort of balance. Like I personally feel that that there's not enough balance, that people are so one-sided, leaning one way or the other. And when the simple fact is that Sebastian is the main focus of it. It's not about who wears what.
Muted.
They sat here and pretty much said that if you don't agree with everything they say and do, then you're not for them. Go. You're not for Sebastian. That's not true. Come on, they're sitting here saying this stuff. What are you talking about?
What or who said what or
Sebastian is the goal. Sebastian has been my goal since the very beginning when this happened. Finding my son is all that matters to me.
And you could do everything perfect, Seth. I'm telling you could do everything perfect. You could say,
oh, how I wish that were true. It should be true. It needs to be true. That should be the only priority. And honestly, the only people I have seen step back, stay out of all this drama, all this chaos, and put Sebastian first is the Prophets. I don't know them. I only know about what I've seen on here. And in my opinion, they're the only ones taking the high road and putting that child first.
everything right, and no matter what, you can go to any single post, like a popular post, like say, Sports Center, MLB does one. They say something nice about somebody, and within the first 2 or 3 comments, you're going to see some jerk off say, just be rude. I mean, it's just how the internet works now, unfortunately. And look, I've taken the brunt of a lot of stuff before, and I know that, Seth, I know that it's a constant for you, but you seem to be pretty good at ignoring it.
Well, a lot of the stuff, Josh, it just doesn't help bring Sebastian home. And one of the things that Seth has been very consistent about is if it doesn't involve bringing his son home, he's not really interested in it. And I've watched.
That is so.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
that Hey Fairy Meadows, that was a whole bunch of malarkey. Oh, the hell with it. I'm already in the yellow. I said the F word twice. It don't matter.
You over the last few months, you know, I'll ask you a question if you don't mind. You've broken down a lot of those early interviews, and you broke down a lot of the early interviews that Chris and Katie have done, and you've pointed out some of the inconsistencies in those interviews.
Sure.
Multiple things that were said differently. The very next interview, they were answered differently.
Okay, so why
Very,
doesn't he
very important details.
Why does he not ever give examples? You refer to multiple inconsistencies. You refer to this, you refer to that, but you've never once given an example of what the inconsistency is. Anybody else
Shelley.
wonder?
Yeah, I keep asking, show me. Are you referring to the few times that there was things that he made clear when asked he could not talk about until law enforcement said otherwise? And then once he was allowed to give a little bit more information, he would do that, and he would say it was because law enforcement said it was okay. That's not inconsistencies. But I'm sure everybody has little inconsistencies. It's a horrific time.
No, I got big inconsistencies right now, so.
But the foundation of their story has not changed.
That were answered differently. You've been working with Seth now longer than I have. Have you ever found an inconsistency in anything that Seth Rogers has ever said?
Yes.
What? What's he gonna say? Listen.
Not off the top of my head. I mean,
He can't answer. He knows he's not answering that truthfully. Look at him. If he was answering it truthfully, he could have spit that out immediately in seconds.
And his eyes are closed.
He's struggling with it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Nothing that ever stuck out to me. No, I don't think so.
So, you know, when people are aligning themselves instead of focusing on the child, you've got one side that has got many, many, many inconsistencies. And as we said on Vinny's show, if you're telling the truth, you're not going to have inconsistencies because the truth is easy to remember.
No, you're right about that. Somebody said something about the internet access. I don't remember. I don't remember if that was an inconsistency or not. I know Chris and Katie said that he did not have access to the internet at their house, but that he did with you, Seth.
He could get on my PlayStation and play under my account at any point in time. I didn't limit him. I mean, we're talking about a child that
15-year-old child
that I had asked many times, would you like to have your own account? And he says, no, Dad, I'd rather just play under yours.
All right.
You know, when you give the child the opportunity to grow and you give the child the opportunity to make his own decisions.
Apparently that was being done. Come on. The kid was even in school, in regular school. They were doing that.
Allow him to grow and blossom, bloom, and to grow up. But literally, it's like, you know, he had his own, on Netflix, he has his own profile. Which is, you know, he should. He's 15. When I first got Netflix, he was like 6. So children's profile, period. So you can watch children-based stuff. So you're not watching, you know, blood, guts, gore, horror movies, and, you know, all that sort of stuff. It's the same thing with the internet. I had conversations with my son. I told him, listen, you don't know these people on the internet. All right. The only people you should be communicating with are people that are on my friends list because I know them personally. I've met them. I've shaken their hand. I've known them for 10 plus years. So what's the point of, you know?
Hey, Jessica.
And he's like, that's fine. He'd rather play with these people because they play the game and he's there to play the game, not chat.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks
Yeah,
unlimited
okay, Seth.
possibilities. Spectrum transforms your
Yeah.
gaming experience into a galaxy of adventure.
Wow.
I mean,
This is awfully reminiscent of a conversation that several of us, and it's got almost verbatim points that several of us have made since Seth has been hanging out on these streets. This is kind of crazy to me. Hey y'all, anybody else feel like their head's getting pissed on? And
Yeah.
we're being told it's not pee, it's just rain.
He could have been talking to anybody in those gaming rooms. Hey, Death Grips, good to see you. Hey, Terry. Hey, Jim.
Well, and the other thing too, Josh, is we're talking. Everybody wants to label Sebastian as an autistic child.
He could. Kids get tied up with people in these gaming rooms all the time. Even kids that parents say know better, that they've talked to. These people are good at what they do, at manipulating these children. I'm blown away by that.
But they forget that he was a highly functioning autistic child. And in a lot of
You do.
situations, you wouldn't know that he was autistic unless he had been labeled as such. So if you consider him a fairly normal 15.
Queen Bee in the Hive.
Oh.
Have they been doing their recon and listening to the things? Because we're not the ones who made it sound like he wasn't a high functioning autistic child.
Oh,
Chris
Death
and
Grips.
Katie
That's
explained many times exactly how smart he was.
Yep. They sure
I
have.
had a conversation with Chris and Katie. Asked them all kinds of questions about Sebastian. Did you all finally just find that interview and go back and watch it?
We should.
No, I'm just wondering if Tony and Seth and them did.
They
But
might
I
have.
would like to. I've never gone back and re-listened to. I lived it in the moment, so I know how it made me feel. I never actually went back and re-listened, so I'm sure. I mean, I took notes as it went, but we should watch that one night, Kathy.
Maybe we will. Yeah, it's a good idea. 12 hours, 12 and a half hour shifts and 4 in a row. Oh, I used to work 4 or 5 in a row to get 2 or 3 off. Oh, those were the days.
15-year-old child. I would ask anybody that's ever had a child of that age, and I ironically have a 15-year-old of my own. I don't know any 15-year-old
and
child.
he was recently just diagnosed as being on the spectrum. Though there's been, apparently. I'm sure there was behaviors and things going on that led up to this. So anyway,
well, Seth himself has put bits and pieces out of things that would, whereas Chris and Katie have said he is chronologically 15, but as far as his peer group, he's not exactly 15. So let's listen. They've got so much more to say.
Child anywhere that doesn't have access to the internet. I've never even heard of that at that age.
I haven't either. I don't know what the point would be.
I mean, most of these kids have $1,500 iPhones at 15 years old, and they've got access to the internet through their phone. They've got access to, to multiple different TV platforms. They've got access to video games, and parents do monitor those things. But I don't know any parent that would not give a 15-year-old child any access to the internet. I mean, that's where a lot of these kids learn and grow and research, and it's a part of their school and things like that. So to me, it's more odd that he wouldn't have access than that he would.
Well, I mean, he'd have access to the internet at school.
Right. I mean, with a lot of filters.
A particular person got
muted.
with my kids' iPads at school, you can see everything, and that's very, very controlled on where they're allowed to go, everything.
Upset because he had access at school to get his FFA certificate that was given to me by the school. He had to have internet access to take all the tests and stuff for it. And somebody got mad because he had it. But yet that person also wouldn't show up at the school to be given it, the reward or the award.
What was the reason that he was upset about it?
Because they didn't allow him to have internet access at home, and they were upset that the school gave him internet access to take the test and finish out the course.
Yeah, right. I mean, the internet is accessible, all over the place. I really don't know. I don't know that many 15-year-olds anymore. I used to when my kids were that age. The internet was.
I think there's a lot more to that story than being told, but regardless,
Almost
it doesn't.
sounds like somebody might have been looking at something they shouldn't have been and got caught, and that's why there wasn't supposed to be.
Hey Janice, there just seems to be some things being left out of that story, but again, that's just my opinion.
It definitely seems like there's some missing details in that, which really leads me to believe there was only one place that there was unfettered internet access, and I want to know how long ago this was. I have more questions because every time Seth speaks, there's more. It leads me to have all the more questions.
It really does. Could be, Jessica. That it's just. I think Chris and Katie were of support for Seth as well, in my opinion.
What kids thrived on, they still do. You know what I mean?
15-year-old I know is my son.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's online. Everybody plays, and I think the thing that people get mistaken is being on the internet playing video games is like different than going to chat rooms. I mean, it's different. It's not the same. Like, it's not like
the game chat rooms are where a lot of the
predators, predatory behavior,
go after children. So Josh, you guys need to research.
You can exchange messages with people and stuff like that, but it's pretty like out in the open, if you're in a server or whatever. But it would all come back to your account, right? That's what you said?
Correct.
Right.
And they took my stuff and they went through it and they gave me all of my stuff back. They just never gave me Sebastian's stuff back.
Yeah, so when they returned it, what did they say to you?
Here's your stuff back.
That's it. They didn't say,
No, they took all my electronics, and then what they do is they download everything from the hard drive.
Right.
Okay, so I have to give them all my passwords for all of my accounts so that they can access it.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Oh,
okay, you ready?
With
$118.
Well, listen, I would be shocked because I don't know my passwords.
Yeah, they got guys they got people that can handle that situation. They can get in without the password. Bet on that.
All the passwords for all of my accounts. They had all of my stuff for 2 weeks, and then they took Sebastian.
Me too, Chaz.
His grandma bought him like a tablet, like pad thing, and you know how electronics are. If they run out of juice for a long period of time, and then you plug them in, and it takes a couple minutes for it to get enough juice to show you that it's charging.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they took one of his electronics and they plugged it in, and it took 15 minutes for the computer to actually recognize that it was being charged. They turned it on, and the detective looked at it, was like, well, this hasn't been used since 2021. I'm like, yeah, he used it when his grandma gave it to him in Texas for Christmas. We got home, and he set it over there next to the charger and hasn't turned it back on, and it died. They still have that. Something that hasn't been used in 3 years is evidence that he might have been online. And when you look at it, he's got his Google account. Well, his Google account is underneath
Okay,
my Google
KCG.
account. So
I hope you're feeling better. Get some rest.
anything that he does on his Google account, I get an email about it.
Yeah.
Get an email every week that says where he's been, what he's been looking up, everything, because it's literally a parental account.
Did he know that you could see it?
Huh?
Did he know that you could see his activity?
No.
Yeah. Because I remember I used to.
For all he knows, there was a search warrant to his cell provider. Oh, I'm sure there was to all their cell providers and ISP, and may not even know he's being monitored without his hard drive. Yeah, I'm sure they did. They got those records or are in the process if they haven't already. Going through all that data does take a minute, but I just think if there was anything to, hey, aristocrat, to come out, I don't know why they'd sit on it. Why would they have, they're not thinking. You're telling me that law enforcement would willingly sit there and let another child be put in danger?
This is such bullshit.
That they're not going to do that. I've been a gamer for 40 years. Most games are relatively safe. However, parents still should supervise their games. Their kids. Yeah. I'll keep theirs locked down. I'll feel safe that way.
Do that with my kids, and I would tell them, I can see everything that you're doing. I just want you to just know that. I could, and it wasn't, to me, it's not spying or anything. It's just, I just wanted them to know that,
I want to fast forward this.
I monitor what goes on. And that's what, some parents tell their kids and some don't. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer.
Well, to have the freedom. And if I had gotten a report and looked at it and thought, well, this is kind of, a little bit iffy, then I'd ask him about it. But most of the time, he was on YouTube watching videos. And the worst part about it, in my opinion, is he would watch videos on how to deal with being bullied. To me, that means he's using the internet to teach himself on how to deal with problems in his life.
Yeah, Sergey's his mom. A lot of people don't.
Which is what it's supposed to be. People ask questions, you got to,
What?
So apparently, according to what Seth just said, was that Sebastian was using YouTube to look at videos about how to deal with being bullied. Yeah. Ironic that that's the same campaign that Nick is on about. That's the same words that we've heard Brittany talking about: online bullying, cyberbullying, bullying, harassment. Now, in my opinion, listen, I'm going to say the unpopular thing because I haven't said that in a while. Even the last time I attempted to say the unpopular thing, it really was kind of popular. Dude, I'm beginning to wonder if now he's lying right here. I call bullshit on this. I call absolute bullshit on this. I think that he is now lying, using his son to lie so that he can keep it aligned with his contract that just came out with At Night Media and their bullshit that they are doing.
Hey, April Wine.
That is what I believe.
Allegedly, in your opinion.
Yes. In my opinion, from my perspective, from my educated standpoint, that is.
This is. And they want to know why people are talking.
It's some bullshit.
Hey, Earth Angel. Hey, Lake Breezes. It is. Hey, Teresa. It is. It really, really is. Hey, Claire. Probably said hi already 5 times, but hey again.
A $1,500 phone in your hand, and you can't have enough common sense to sit there and Google search it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would take that information, and then when I had conversations with my son, I would incorporate that.
It is. I was sitting here listening to him and trying to remember back in the beginning some of the things he said, and it's different. Hey, lollipop girl. Inconsistencies.
Patience.
Right.
Because I want to be there for him. I want to be able to teach him what I know. So that way he doesn't have to go to the internet. He's got
Hey,
it
Jake
back.
Ells. Hey, keeping it moving.
Yeah, look, the internet is part of life. It really is. It's a huge part of life now. I mean, none of us would be talking right now
Oh,
if it
sorry,
wasn't
Dookie.
for the internet.
I'm
It
sorry.
comes with a lot of good. It comes with a lot of
Come
bad.
here.
But I mean,
I'm
it is
sorry.
a resource
You okay?
that almost every job uses. I mean, Tony, I'm sure you use the internet for your job, and Seth as
Extensively.
well. Everybody does.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
It's weird. It is.
Okay, I just physically assaulted my cat. I was moving my hand and
Oh, it's a cat. It's fine.
and he ran right on his face, and he is so pissed off at me right now.
Strange to cut off that kind of access from.
I mean, if you look at it, the fact is that there were people in that neighborhood that knew he existed because the bus stopped and he would get on and get off, but they didn't see him. They didn't see him playing with other kids in the neighborhood.
Kids
And
don't
if he
play
didn't have
outside
internet
anymore.
access,
7 shifts is
Oh, mine do.
Well, right, but
They do.
what was
I have
okay,
some days I have to make them.
Right.
Honestly,
Number one, what did we learn about Sebastian? From 3 to 6, he was home alone. Right? Katie worked. He was home for 3 hours a night. Okay. On the weekends, they had a pretty standard schedule of things that they went and did.
Yep.
What's the one thing that generally kids have if they go outside to play? Friends.
yeah.
What was the one thing Sebastian wanted? He asked for him
Friends.
for his birthday and for Christmas. All right. Well, given that you don't have any friends, why are you going to go outside and play? I mean,
And a lot of 15-year-olds don't go out and play.
correct.
At 15, they're pretty much, that's why they say, well, there was no toys. Like a kid that there, no, he was 15. I
Right.
doubt he still played with little Tonka trucks and,
No,
you know,
he
yard
liked
balls and, you know.
Legos and anime and manga and all the like Home Depot builder kits and things like that.
Mhm. This is insane.
then I'm sorry. I know people in jail that have internet access more than my son did.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do have internet in jail as well. People have tablets in jail. I mean, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Prison too.
I have to make sure that they all, hey, come charge your tablets because I'm closing down the charge box,
Oh, so they don't have to turn those in. They can't charge them till the morning or something.
Well, when you go into lockdown, you can either have it on the charge so that it's available when we serve breakfast, or when it dies, it dies.
No, that's interesting. Charlie Bishop says here, Court TV removed yesterday's interview. Is that true?
I don't know. I talked to Justin a little earlier tonight, and he said that it was up. He said that it was part of the entire show, so it may not be under Sebastian's name.
And it might not also be on YouTube. They do have stuff that is exclusively on their website as well.
Yeah, and Southwest 4x4, we agree with that.
April 1.
It's just the optics in this case don't change. And if we believe that Chris and Katie were told not to go out and search,
That could be true. Don't dive.
for their son, which is what they alleged early on, I would simply ask you the question, Josh, if one of your children were missing, would somebody be able to convince you not to go look?
No.
I mean,
No.
there's just,
and I'm not being dramatic when I say that, but God himself wouldn't convince me. Really?
yeah, I mean, and there's just too many things. I mean, generally, if you know that you left your iPhone on the table, you're not going to go looking for it because you know where it is, and that's generally when people don't look, is when they know where something is. So the optics in this case are what they are. We didn't create them. We didn't create Seth's optics. He created them. Good, bad, or indifferent. Seth's body of work, since his son went missing, is his body of work, and Chris and Katie's body of work is their body of work.
Reverse
And
images.
we didn't ask them not to go looking. We didn't ask them to not take a polygraph. Those are decisions they've.
Who said they weren't looking? What exactly are you doing? Once a month you hold a vigil instead of a search? Okay. All right. Hey, hindsight.
Made, and they have to live with those choices, right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah, and I'm going to address this comment really quick here. Keisha says, I don't understand why you worry about KP instead of searching for Sebastian. Well, the problem is that Sebastian went missing on their watch. I mean, what do you mean? Worry about them? They're at the center of this. If he was with Seth when he went missing, Seth would be under even much more scrutiny than he is now. And that's more a way of work.
And no disrespect to Keisha, not at all. But Keisha, if you have a child and that child goes missing on your watch, everybody's going to be worried about you.
Of course. I don't understand that. I get what you're trying to do. I get where you're trying to go. But I mean, you're short. Bricks to get to the platform because it just doesn't make sense. Of course,
you were muted the entire time.
Yeah, I was talking. Yeah. Oh, Wispies, thank you so much. How are you? It's good to see you. You've been killing it with your videos. That one on Betty, that whole history that you did with stuff from Hills, that's good. It's good to see you. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. Please thank Wispies that you're now a misfit.
I think that, I would be hard pressed to find people that would say that they don't know more than what they claim to. And one thing I have heard is that Chris says, in time, I can't remember where I heard him say this, but he said something about in time, more questions will be answered. Have you guys heard him?
What changed?
I haven't the slightest idea. I was hoping they were going to tell us.
No, the thing is all staticky again.
Oh no!
What changed?
I know what it is. Nothing. I haven't done anything. Just hold on. All I keep just stopping and starting. I haven't done anything.
So that means it's an intermittent problem.
Oh shit, it didn't save my, I should have paused it. But that's okay, because we're way up here. Where was I? Okay. Alright, let's try it again. I reloaded it. Maybe this will work. Let me share screen. Mess up right at the end.
Sit there and Google search.
Mm-mm.
Didn't have internet access or any type of access in the house.
It's just.
Wait a minute. What did he say?
Exclusively on their website. I mean, they do have stuff that is exclusively on their website as well.
Yeah,
Back farther.
Oh, I talked to Justin a little earlier tonight. He said it was up. He said that it was part of the entire show, so it may be clear tonight.
Interview, is that true?
I don't know. I talked to Justin.
No, that's interesting. Charlie Bishop says here, Courtesy, he removed yesterday's interview. Is that true?
I don't know. I talked to Justin a little earlier tonight. He said it was up. He said that it was part of the entire show, so it may not be under Sebastian's name.
It might not also be on YouTube. So, I mean, they do have stuff that is exclusively on their website as well.
Yeah, Southwest 4x4. We agree with that.
I didn't.
It's just.
I never went and checked, but I was told that at one time that was taken down, but I never, because I didn't care. I never went and checked. So, was it really taken down? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
Yeah, SW begging the mod. You see that run? Yeah, I don't know. I've heard this, but I never went and checked because why? You already put it out there. Everybody already seen it. Why take it down?
The optics in this case don't change. And if we believe that Chris and Katie were told not to go out and search for their son, which is what they alleged early on, I would simply ask you.
Law enforcement even told Seth that. Stop it. You know they were told that. Law enforcement tells all parents that. Are you kidding me? Quit acting like this man is out searching every day like he's led everybody to believe.
4 times, according to the filings.
I'm effing ranking. Thank you so much. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. You're a misfit like the rest of us. Please thank Rankin. Thank you so much. Thank you both. You and forgot. Thank you.
The question, Josh, if one of your children were missing, would somebody be able to convince you not to go look?
No.
I mean,
I'm not being dramatic when I say that, but God himself wouldn't convince me. Really.
Yeah, I mean, and there's just too many things. I mean, generally, if you know that you left your iPhone on the table, you're not going to go looking for it because you know where it is, and that's generally when people don't look is when they know where something is. So the optics in this case are what they are. We didn't create them. We didn't create Seth's optics. He created them. Good, bad, or indifferent. Seth's body of work, since his son went missing, is his body of work, and Chris and Katie's body of work is their body of work. And we didn't ask them not to go looking. We didn't ask them to not take a polygraph. Those are decisions they've made, and they have to live with those choices. Right, wrong.
Seth is aware that they both have taken polygraphs and both have passed them. And I believe that because multiple people in Seth's own family know that. I believe that law enforcement informed Seth of that as well. That's in my opinion, allegedly. It's still static.
Yeah. You got your booster on?
Yeah, it's not that. It's whatever's going on with these two. I when I get done tonight, I'm just deleting the StreamYard altogether and just sticking with my Restream. I'm over this crap.
And tell them that this has been
I have
happened to multiple creators, and that you would like a free month because of the inconvenience. You would like a free month of StreamYard, and they'll credit you back.
Yeah, every night at the end of the stream, after you end your stream, you know how you do thumbs up or leave a comment. I've been telling them I'm going to see if I can do something else.
Chat feature.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Or you email them directly.
Let me try again.
Did you close the browser out?
There's not that much.
About whether she agreed.
No,
to
it's
share.
still static.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. If not, I'm just going to play it on my phone. There's not that much more of it. Only a couple more minutes. Come on, there's only a couple more minutes left.
Then I guess maybe we can suffer through the static for the last 2 minutes.
With Seth, when he went missing, Seth would be under even much more scrutiny than he is now. Imagine more way at work.
Imagine, and no disrespect to Keisha, none at all. But Keisha, if you have a child and that child goes missing on your watch, everybody's going to be worried about you.
I don't understand that. I get what you're trying to do. I get where you're trying to go, but I mean, you're short a couple bricks to get to the platform because it just doesn't make sense. Of course, they're going to worry about Chris and Katie.
But the same that could be said about Seth. How does Chris and Katie not worry that maybe Seth and a family member or Seth and his buddies was behind this? Because at the end of the day, apparently Sebastian didn't want to go, and he didn't want to be homeschooled. He didn't want to go. This is allegedly what's been stated. The same could be said for both sides. Josh, it doesn't matter. They should all be treated equally. They all have a child missing. And there's no evidence pointing at any of them.
Per law enforcement. The people in charge of the case.
This is crazy.
I mean, I would be hard pressed to find people that would say that they don't know more than what they claim to. And one thing I have heard is that Chris says, in time, I can't remember where I heard him say this, but he said something about in time, more questions will be answered. Have you guys heard him say that before?
Yeah, we've heard him say that. We've heard him say that Sebastian will never be found. We've heard him say that.
I didn't.
He said will be studied for years.
I had forgotten, but he's changed it because he made it seem like. Yeah, I'm not gonna say no. I'm starving. I forgot to eat today. I was so busy. I actually forgot to eat today. I fed the kids, but I didn't feed me because I didn't eat what I made them. But yeah. How do you forget to eat? I need help. I think.
To come, those aren't things that a normal grieving parent would say.
Gotcha. No,
Okay.
I mean, I think that.
And the very same could be said about Seth and the things he's come out here and put out here. Chris and Katie have not come out here and attacked his character or anything about him. They've not attacked his parenting, nothing. So I don't know what else to say at this point.
When he said that, and I cannot remember when he said that.
Yeah, I missed
it.
Picture.
That long ago, I don't understand if there's other things that can be said. Why is he saying now's the time?
Yeah, what are we waiting on?
I mean, what's that in almost 8 months?
There it goes.
I don't understand that.
Josh, I've spent probably 3 or 4 different full weeks in the Hendersonville area since in the last 5.5 months, I guess. And the overwhelming majority of the community feels the same way we do. Their opinion is
scratchy
exactly
now.
what our opinion is.
It's scratchy. Okay.
Chris,
No,
I'm gonna play.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Hey, SS.
Stop
Hey, yeah.
being scratchy.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I didn't hear you. What'd you make today, by the way? I know you were crafting.
I'm working still.
I thought so. What'd I tell everybody? Where's Voices? She's crafting.
I was here the whole time. I just can't type and do what I'm doing because I got glue all over my fingers most of the time.
Hey, we got triplets in the house. All right. Buzz. I need some Captain Gonzo right now, actually.
You can talk to 100 people in that community. You can even talk to law enforcement officers that don't know you're involved in the case, and they'll tell you that the overwhelming majority of the community feels that they have something to do with this.
Doctors told me my baby wouldn't make it, but because of an abortion ban,
so we're not.
Muted?
No, you guys have been pushing this narrative since the beginning. There's no evidence of anything. What you two should be doing is pushing the family to stand together, to stop all this and put Sebastian first. But you're not. You're encouraging it. You're stirring it up. And oh, Tony, allegedly, in my opinion, you stir the hell out of stuff. Hey, little Lulu. Orange chicken and shrimp. Oh my gosh. Now you're making me hungry. See, you can't do that when someone forgets to eat. You know, I can't believe I was just that busy today. And besides, I don't like what I made the kid. That's what they wanted to. I don't think all this be. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be. And I agree with that. From the beginning, I've said that. No. This stuff was already started when Tony got involved. Did it amp up and get worse? Yes. But oh, no. This was already started by none other than Sean. Allegedly, in my opinion. I'm so sick of saying that with everything. Y'all get it. It's in my banner. It's fair use. It's just my opinion.
Or knowledge, right? I mean, or knowledge.
Or knowledge, yes.
Yeah, right.
And something to do with it would be having knowledge and not sharing it.
Of course. I mean, if you have any, look, they don't have to tell the public. And if there are things that are nefarious that they have talked to law enforcement about, then fine, but they don't have to tell the public that. It's not illegal to lie to the public. However, it is illegal to lie to law enforcement. And that's just where it is. And I hope, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like, because none of us know what went on, in the interview rooms, but it sounds like they just flat out say they don't know anything.
Yeah, and it just contradicts.
I don't. I hear you. I'd order out too, but I'm too lazy to even do that. But I don't need Taco Bell. But everybody says it's good though, but I don't know. I didn't have a good experience years ago. Hey, Brett. So I just.
They back law enforcement, and they're putting all their trust, hope, and faith in law enforcement. But it's law enforcement that's telling us that there's no proof that child ever left the home.
So that was told to you. That was told to you guys directly. Is that right, Seth?
That was actually stated in the last time Craddock did a public announcement or whatever they call it.
Who said it?
Craddock. It was a press conference.
Okay. And so they just said that they have no evidence that he ever left the house.
Correct.
They also said there's no evidence of foul play.
Correct.
At all, and there's no evidence of foul play on the parents' side.
Correct.
That their parents are fully cooperative.
I was going to say, I think they're playing semantics again over there.
Yeah, they are. Word
They're
twisting.
doing verbal gymnastics. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it really is. Their jaw got to be tired. Katie has been interviewed multiple times. Even Seth knows, because they brought them both in together. Yeah, he's not being honest. Chimichangas, are they good? I don't know. I don't eat Taco Bell. But hey, is it? I'm cheap, bitch. Is it cheap to get delivered? Yeah, I'm not gonna order it.
What do you take from that? I mean, I know what I take from it, but what do you take from it?
But you heard what I take from it when I decided to tell Vinny yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, and if you're breaking the case down, there's very few ways again that he could not be still in that home and there be no evidence, meaning no Ring doorbell cameras, no dog scent, and the only thing that I can come up with is that he left in a vehicle. He gets out in the garage in a vehicle and leaves that way.
There's something strange to that middle of the night
Well, that
video.
would have been seen on the Ring
those
cameras.
lights.
Yeah, why wasn't the
coming or going from the house? Or
you pretty much answered that for yourself, Tony. You made yourself look really stupid at the same time. If there was a vehicle coming out of that garage, it would have been picked up by the cameras. I truly think that law enforcement has a little bit, maybe not much more, but I do believe they have some other stuff they're just not ready to release. That's just my take. But anyway, okay. It wasn't the middle of the night. I believe he got up like he was getting up for school before Katie got up, because he intentionally did that. But that's just my opinion, and it don't really matter.
I think that it kind of is looming over this case. I certainly don't believe that it's trash trucks. I don't think trash trucks collect that early. Maybe somewhere in the.
Yes, in fact, mine used to. I loved it. They'd be long gone before the school bus. Now they come with the school bus. It's a freaking nightmare. Anyway, because you got the trash truck, the recycling truck, then you got freaking school buses, and you never get through the damn intersection. It takes you like 20 minutes. It's insane. But yeah, trash trucks do come at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They can come before that as well. Not unusual. And I think this video has been...
People are forgetting that they live in the county, not in city proper. In city proper, you can't do a trash truck before 8 a.m. because there's
my God,
these ordinances.
External Emperor Aries Borg of the Internal Empire.
But from everything that the neighbors said, that those aren't trash trucks lights, that people believe that they're flashlights, and that there was possibly a car parked around.
So-called busybody Bobby, who got all her information from JLR's Facebook group and watching him and Bullhorn Betty. Yeah, even she had to admit they came early.
Would you be interested in collecting 5-figure
No, I'm not
paychecks for a
interested.
few hours of work, helping me in your spare
Yeah,
time
but
from home?
That's
I'm on a
not
mission
how it
to
works,
recover.
dude. Those commercials are, those ads are misleading, because it's not exactly how it works. If it was that damn easy, everybody'd be doing it.
If you think about it from a Occam's razor standpoint, in a quiet neighborhood like that, I mean, what are the chances that there are flashlights, a strange car that people don't recognize, at the same time, a 15-year-old boy goes missing? I mean, that doesn't, is that happenstance? I mean, that can't be, can it? I mean, I guess it could, but
I just don't believe in coincidences of that magnitude.
do you guys believe that there's something to that, though? That
No, wait a minute. So, do you think it's rare or uncommon for a teenager to run away and nobody know, or see the teenager run away because maybe they planned it? I mean, you don't announce to your family and to the neighborhood, hey, everybody, at 5:15, I'm going to run away, okay? Mom, lend me a couple bucks. Yeah, no, don't work that way, dude. Yeah. It's called running away for a reason. I don't know. Just a thought I had.
that video?
We don't believe it's a trash truck.
Right. Seth and Tony say stay strong,
God,
praying for
thank
Sebastian
you.
to come home with you soon. I'm saying the key is the flashlight video. If CP was so upset that video was out, then it has something there he didn't want out. So, I mean, it's a good take. Here's no evidence he ever left the home. Sumner police. That's true. Kids have to learn at some age. I agree with that as well. Michael Harrison says, question, Tony, is there a threat of litigation from certain parties in effort to shut you and Seth down and in turn take media focus away from Sebastian? Have you guys been threatened with any lawsuits since then?
No, and I don't know of any missing persons case in America where a father and a spokesperson would be told that they can't talk about the child.
Oh, no question about it. That's what I'm saying, that
this chaos continues, and this frivolous trying to get federal RICO lawsuits and stuff and protection orders against people for no reason. All this shenanigans, it could come to that. It could come to that. I guess. Yeah, it could be a first. I could see it happening. This stuff keeps up.
And I told Seth this, he's allowed to feel that way. He's allowed to speak it out loud. They would be able to do the same thing if they had any suspicions of Seth, which once again, I've heard none from them, which just tells me one thing, that they know he's not involved.
Yeah. And if they know he's not involved, the only way they could definitively know that he was not involved
is
if they knew who was involved.
Well, I mean,
no, you can't say that. They have just chosen to put Sebastian first, let law enforcement do their job, and not come out here swinging at Seth.
Just because they haven't stated it publicly doesn't mean they don't believe it privately.
Exactly. They're putting Sebastian first, in my opinion.
Maybe they know something and they don't want to fuck up law enforcement's case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't think about that. No, let's just automatically go after them and blame them.
I would think so. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was Chris or Katie and Sebastian went missing and I didn't have anything to do with it and he went missing in my house, I would be accusing the shit out of you, Seth.
I would be too.
Just flat out. I mean,
if they didn't know what happened.
Absolutely. If you don't know what happened and you're convinced that he just disappeared, but.
Well, Josh, thinking about it like this, all right? This is the first time I've actually come out and stated that was on Vinny's. But methodically speaking, I've gone through every piece of evidence that I can come across. I've gone through a lot of scenarios in my head to figure out. I brainstormed.
Yes, because you are a genius. You are a Mensa genius.
I remember now about that video. Wasn't that the deleted interview between Vinny and Seth? That for some reason Vinny deleted after everybody done watched it. But yeah, now I remember that. Sorry, I was just remembering what he was talking about.
Stormed with a lot of individuals on scenarios, and it comes down to the fact that he went missing out under her watch. Law enforcement has no evidence he ever left that residence. Where's my son?
I mean, that's the question.
And you can look at, Josh, you can look at the last few missing persons cases that you're familiar with, and you can look at the reaction from parents that were not involved, and it does not look like what we're seeing with the other side.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I know that there's this kind of people would make excuses for parents. They say, well, there's not there's no playbook, there's no handbook, there's no this or that. Well, there kind of is, if you want to. It kind of is, man, because I've seen parents of missing children, and I'm not saying that this makes anybody guilty or not, but I can tell you this: law enforcement sure looks at it. They sure look at the reaction of what people are doing. They look around and they kind of gather, or they're supposed to. I know that good detectives do that. Kind of gather the feel, the reaction. They talk about it all the time.
Yeah. Well, you.
So because Katie and Chris have chosen not to bring all this public, to try to keep some privacy, they don't owe you people any kind of breakdown reaction. Because guess what? If they did do that, all you do is twist that up and turn it into something else, or try to. But they are not required to react any way that you think. You have no idea. You're not in touch with these people. You have no idea what they're doing. And Seth, you don't. That's part of the problem. You caused the bridge, and that's that.
You look at Sebastian, who was 15, and how old was Riley Strain? Was he 20? 21?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I mean, you remember the reaction we saw from his mother, who clearly had nothing to do with him missing?
Correct, yeah.
I mean, right there in Nashville, I mean, it's just And I agree with your comment. There is kind of a playbook for a grieving parent, for a parent that's freaked out, that doesn't know where their child is.
Yeah, number two totally different cases.
Apples to oranges.
Yeah, they have nothing to do with each other, and I don't care what you want to say. Everybody reacts differently, and like I said, you don't know what Katie and Chris are doing because none of you are in contact with them. Deservingly so. You have no idea what they're doing. That's your own doing, all of you. But I do believe they are doing their part of what they can. I'm tired of hearing how much you all are searching when you're not even out there searching. That's been inflated.
For legal filings, Kathy, 4 searches. 4.
Yeah.
FOUR.
Yeah. But you're out there every day. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is and that's not what we've seen here.
I don't feel like there was a sense of urgency with them. That's just my personal observation, and but I'm not a body language expert or whatever. I felt like 8 days or 9 days is a long time to wait to speak publicly about your child that goes missing, just vanishing.
Well, and here's another thing that's a little odd to me is that Chris couldn't wait to grab the reporter and get out and talk to them about Betty's case, but they sure haven't had that same sense of urgency talking about Sebastian.
Yeah, that's true too.
What? Chris actually said no comment, and then when they did respond about anything, it was very briefly with a reporter, and they have not since. What are you talking about?
No, nothing.
Yeah, they're talking about that one statement he gave a while back. Okay. The way they twist everything, they have it so twisted around. Hey, Vivian.
I'm telling you, it's semantics.
You tell them the sky's blue and falling, and they're gonna go, no, the sky's red and it's tilted.
Still there. It's just fine. What are you talking about?
Hey, Tracy, retired FBI agent.
That is true too. So, look, I've had you guys here for a little over an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna call it a night, Josh.
I appreciate it. I know you guys are tired, and I'm glad that we caught up. I'm glad that we were able to talk about some stuff respectfully, and I do apologize for people that, By the way, I don't let people trash Chris and Katie in the chat either. I just don't. It's they can feel however they want. They can not like them. They can like them. I don't care. And to be honest, and quite frankly, I don't care who likes you or Seth either. It doesn't matter to me.
Right.
It doesn't bother me.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
So why would I let their opinions bother me? The only thing I care about is finding my son, and if they don't like that, then they got problems.
Well, I'm sure that this will be nitpicked and reviewed and whatever. Who cares? I know.
Get to see your face.
I know I'm the only one. That's fine. And I've offered Chris to come on and talk as well. He goes on other shows and talks, but I've had conversations with him, not many, just a couple, but he's always welcome to come on and straighten out anything that I was wrong about, anything that he feels you guys have been wrong about. I think that's only fair, but I don't see that happening. But him and Katie are both.
Well, that's probably because you're a man, and he obviously gets intimidated by real men.
Well, nothing to be intimidated about. I show him the same grace.
Yet this is the man that you went to with all your problems.
Right.
Financially, job wise, for support. Are you kidding me, Seth?
Wow. Tony been talking him up big for this.
Yeah. Wow. Exactly. It should be for all of them. All right, I think
we haven't always had the most friendly of interactions, but I don't hold that against anybody. I piss a lot of people off, so
Can I say that's just my opinion?
you can say whatever you want. I don't care.
Well, Josh, again, we greatly appreciate you having us on.
Appreciate
We're going
you
to
guys.
call it a night, and
Take care.
we'll catch up with you soon.
All right, we'll talk soon. All right,
Okay.
Seth. All right, Tony. Thanks, guys.
All right. Yeah. But everybody else is the problem.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Looks that way.
I am so okay. Is this the live where Seth asked Josh, did you tell her I still have her? I didn't hear that part. I did fast forward through some of it. I don't think it was, I'm not sure if it was this one or the one before. Do you think he possibly didn't want to be a full-time parent? Hey, Stormy, except he has spent hours on the phone with Tony getting the narrative explained. Yep.
So,
liar, pants on fire.
I built
If
a large
CP
tree.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm building miniature trees. So
Those. Oh, I like those. Those are cool.
that's what I'm working on
Those
tonight.
look glisten so pretty in the Christmas lights. Hey, Polish. If he doesn't care what people say, then why is there a freaking lawsuit?
Great question.
Seth's braids equal Tony's reigns, in my opinion, of course. LOL.
Great question.
Yeah, I, April, you're not the first one who said that. I have heard that from several people. Because BHP is more important. Yeah. Yeah, but Grace still I believe his debunk, of those so-called lights. I don't know. Wispy, I like your new name. Crime and Crumb. Anyway, I've been on here a long time. And oh my gosh, Kat, no. Sir Duke, what are you doing?
All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming up. I enjoyed it. Thank you. Well, guys, I appreciate you hanging with me so long. Thank you for the super chats, for the PayPal, for the memberships. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you supporting the channel. This cat's getting ready to go crazy. He's starting to knock stuff off the table, and I didn't even play Betty. He didn't even have to listen to her. That's probably why I didn't get bit tonight. I didn't get bit or scratched once tonight. That's because I didn't play Betty. But thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you. Mods, thank you. Outstanding as always. Just thank you, everybody, for all your support. Y'all be good on these YouTube streets. and stay you. Hey, Erwin. Just stay you and protect yourselves out here. I'll be seeing you on these YouTube streets. Night all.